Well, now to this. Speaking of voting, let's talk about elections. President Trump is in Texas today to stump for Republican U.S. Senate candidate Ken Paxton. A Texas public opinion research poll just released on Thursday shows the state attorney general trailing Democratic State Representative James Tallarico by 7 points. For more, let me bring in Democratic strategist Tiffany Raspberry, and I've also got Republican strategist Brian Maloney. Good morning to both of you. Tallarico is on the brink of becoming the first Democrat to win a statewide race in Texas in more than 30 years, if these numbers are correct. Tiffany, why do you think he's succeeding where so many before him have failed?
Good morning, and thank you for having me. I think the answer to that question is quite simple. Americans are largely displeased with their lives in America right now, and they're looking for change. He offers a bright new face, bright ideas. He's 36 years old, and he's really the future of our party. And so that's why so many Texans are flocking to support him in this race.
Brian, do you believe the numbers? We've obviously had a few weeks here where, we were expecting very different turnouts in races, taking Michigan, of course. Are you believing these numbers for a state like Texas? I feel like we hear this over and over again, that this could be the election that goes blue.
You made the big point there, and that is that polls so far this year have been garbage pretty much. But we also go through this every election cycle in Texas where, well, this will be the year that Democrats start winning big in Texas. We hear it every time, and it's a scary thing that comes up before every November, and then it fizzles. It doesn't happen. That said, the fact that Trump is in Texas to help Paxton shows me that he is concerned. I think Paxton ought to be doing a lot better. And I don't think they're spending enough time, money, and effort calling out Tallarico's extreme viewpoints. I mean, his viewpoints are too extreme for California or for Massachusetts, much less Texas. So if that message isn't getting out there, that's on Republicans.
The latest DDHQ polling average shows that President Trump's approval rating is just over 39%, which is the second lowest it's been since May. Brian, just a quick follow-up for you. Why do Republicans think the president is going to help Paxton, if that's the case?
Well, I think Trump being in Texas for Paxton can help shore up the base, bring out voters, increase turnout, but even more importantly, generate lots of big contributions for Paxton. Paxton needs the high-profile kind of thing that Trump can bring. And there's also the GOP midterm convention coming up in a couple of weeks, the first midterm partisan convention held by either party ever, and that is going to help Paxton bring a lot of attention. It's being held in Dallas, and that's going to be a big deal for Paxton.
Tiffany, both of the country's top election forecasters, the Cook Political Report and Sabato's Crystal Ball, now say that this race is a toss-up, and Democrats haven't won a statewide race in Texas since '94. This year's Senate map was supposed to give Republicans that huge leg up on Democrats. Is this more about voters' frustrations with Republicans or Democrats just being really popular this cycle?
I think it's a combination of both. Groceries and gas are at the top of everyone's mind in America. People are struggling just to get the things that they need to survive day to day. School is starting back all over this country, and people are struggling to buy school clothes and make sure that they have the gas in their cars that they needed to take their kids to school. And those are the answers that we're going to see people addressing at the polls in November. And Texas is no different than New York, and it's no different than any other state in New York, in America right now.
And just continuing to unpack the economics of all of this, Brian, famed economist Peter Morici says America is in a second Gilded Age and that the economy could cost Republicans control of the Senate. Are you worried that Republicans are losing blue-collar workers, and can Republicans win without them?
Yeah, I don't think the Republican Congress is in tune with the average American worker, average American family at all, and I've been critical of it all year. It's really, really bad. However, I think we as Republicans would be in huge trouble this year if not for the radical DSA Marxist socialist takeover of the Democrat Party this year. And that's the only thing that might save us from our own, I think, incompetence this year, or whatever it is that's wrong with our party. We need to do some soul searching. But at the same time, the Democrats have been taken over by Mamdani, and that's scaring Americans from coast to coast. If you talk to people, you hear it. It's out there. far away from New York City. People are afraid of what Ma'am Donnie has in store for America.
Tiffany, I'll let you respond quickly, and then I got to wrap things.
This race is not about that. There are 45 million registered Democrats in America and 120,000 individuals registered to the DSA party. And so there's no radical takeover of the Democratic Party. Americans are largely disappointed with the state of affairs in our country. They can't afford to buy groceries. They can't afford to pay for gas. And those are the reasons why they will be voting against the Republicans at the polls in November.
Tiffany Raspberry, Brian Maloney, got to end it there. Thank you both for your time and have a fabulous weekend. We'll talk to you next week. A federal